My mother was a great woman.
No, she wasn't.
Excuse you?
No, your mother was
You're
not.
trying to bring some anger about right now.
No, I'm not.
You obviously have some mental health issues.
Your mother was held to pay, and you become just like her.
Jesse Lee Peterson pushes this furious feminist to her breaking point on live air after calmly dismantling her arguments. What starts as a debate quickly spirals into pure chaos as emotions take over. Let's dive in.
Let's go to the Bronx, New York, and talk to a first-time caller, Anita. Anita, thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
My message is, well, this is the first time that I've viewed your show.
Well, welcome.
I am somewhat appalled by your messages, things that you have a lot of followers, and I'm sure that most of them are not African Americans.
Why are you sure about that?
Well, basically, sir, I did a little research on your website. I didn't have to. I'm so angry at this point because it seems that you're bringing a lot of, you're actually condoning a lot of things that has been done. In your opinion, I'm sure is one that is a lot of folks. You, as an African American man,
I'm not African American.
Okay, the person that I'm listening to.
I'm black.
Okay, whatever. You're black. You're a black man. And, sir, you found, I don't know what your level of education is. I barely
made it through high school.
Okay, well, that's obvious. I can see because, and as, I'm not trying to be.
What am I saying that's not true?
If you stop
what am I saying that's not true?
That's your opinion. If
no,
you
what
stop
am I saying that's not
your
true?
Listeners, if you'll give a person a chance to speak, because every caller that calls in, you didn't allow them to. You cut in as you're doing now.
What am I saying that's not true?
That's your truth.
No,
but what I'm saying is you're attacking President Obama, this one, that one.
Hold on,
I am
Anita.
not a prejudice. Excuse me, I'm not a racist.
Anita, hold on.
Sure.
I need to take a break. Anita, thank you for holding. You're on the air.
Yes, okay. I didn't call to attack you, Mr. Jaxie. Okay, as a black man, I just personally feel that the message that you're sending to Americans in general is not one that is going to be, that is helpful I'm trying to figure it out if you are here to help the country as a whole to, with this division that we have already. We have Trump who's in office now. I'm assuming that you're Trump promoter, that you actually promote the things that he's doing. Even though I call him the great.
I call him the great white hope.
Okay, but my question to you, sir, is what type of resolution? You said a black woman that we're to blame for these black men out here, Trayvon, and so on and so forth. That they're thugs and this and that and the other because they're having multiple babies by fathers out of wedlock, and a lot of that is true, but the statistics are both ways, maybe more so with the black women. My question to you, as we know, slavery was many, many hundreds of years ago. What the black communities went through there, and of course we also have the Jews who went through this and that and the other. Everyone has had some kind of devastation to their race. What type of hope? What type of oh my God? What was given to the blacks to help them, get past that? What type of counseling, if any? I forget the mules and the land that was promised after the devastation. The families were broken by the white man or whatever, by man. Period. What type of resolution was given to these people who suffered? I mean, of course they have issues because the family was doomed. It was separated many, many years ago, and there was no help because all the devastation that was from their ancestors that obviously passed on to their children and to their children. So do you expect these people to just be well and these black families to be, have it all together, old money, this and that, when they had nothing to start with?
Anita, what's your question?
My question to you is, why are you sitting there and acting as though blacks are the cause of all these problems in the world today? Why are you making it, instead of you, when you black men like yourself have a platform where they can help people as a whole, not just blacks, bring some type of unity?
So what's your question?
You're bringing division because your words are so shockingly, just basically, you're just Oh, angry at the black man. That's what it seems like, at the black people as a whole. What is your message? Are you there? You sound very illiterate because you
am.
speak as though, then you shouldn't be on the platform that you're at.
Why not?
I'm so angry. My words are stumped because you make no sense, because you're giving nothing but more prejudice and hate. That's what you're spreading. That's what you're bringing is diversity. You're bringing, not diversity, division, excuse me.
No, we're
what are you
already
saying
divided.
to empower people? What are your recommendations to empower people who are in that situation that you're saying, that the blacks are thugs and this and that? What about the white thugs?
Okay, let me respond. Calm down.
Please do.
What you might not realize is that prior to the civil rights movement, over 60 years ago now, that most black people were a moral people. They loved what was right. For the most part, they got married. They was less than 10% of black children born out of wedlock. Black people were working hard. They owned land. They didn't have black leaders using them and blaming them in order to gain power and wealth for themselves. For the most part, black Americans believed in God. When I was growing up, they believed in God. And this was under the Jim Crow law and all those things. And once the civil rights movement started, with Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King and all those people, Martin Luther King wanted black people to stay in the condition of love and don't hate, and be moral and upright people so they can be judged by the context of character and not color. But once he was assassinated, the race hustlers like John Lewis and Jesse Jackson and the rest of the so-called civil rights leaders, they took a message of love and turned it into hate so that they can control black people. And the government became the daddy under Lyndon B. Johnson. And so the Democratic Party gathered. You're making a lot of noise in the background.
No, I'm sitting in my jacket. Go ahead. I apologize.
The Democratic Party gathered the black people and said, "Hey, come live with us. We're going to take care of you. You can't make it because of racism. You don't need to get married. We'll take care of your children for you." And black people fell away from God, and it's been downhill for them ever since.
Sir, I hear what you're saying, because I know.
Drop your thoughts in the comments if you agree with Jesse Lee Peterson's argument that the Democratic Party has played a major role in the decline of the average black American's quality of life. And honestly, the data backs him up. If you look at the numbers over time, marriage rates, single-parent households, crime levels, economic stability, nearly every major indicator began trending downward after the civil rights era. Statistically, his point isn't controversial, it's measurable. That's exactly why so many people despise Jesse Lee Peterson. He doesn't sugarcoat it, but facts don't stop being true just because they're uncomfortable. For decades, Democrats positioned themselves as protectors, while simultaneously fostering dependency through welfare systems and handouts. And in the process, they hollowed out cultural stability and long-term well-being. Fast forward to today, and you still see overwhelming loyalty to the same party, yet look at the results. Cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Atlanta, places that have been under Democratic control for generations, are drowning in crime, drugs, violence, and radical policies. There's no Republican leadership to scapegoat here. These outcomes are the product of one-party rule. Despite that, the blame always gets redirected to racism, to white people, to anything except the politicians actually running these cities and states. Malcolm X warned about this decades ago when he compared Democrats to a fox smiling, deceptive, and dangerous. Turns out, he may have been right all along. Hit the like button and turn on notifications if you're enjoying the breakdown. Let's keep going.
I hear what you're saying, because I'm no great supporter of Jesse Jackson and all those others. I think some of them are just pure opportunists. My point to you is, you say 50 years. 50 years is nothing compared to all the suffering that blacks have went through. And you're saying, and as far as Martin Luther King, yes, he was a great man, but he also had some trash in his past too. Now, my point is that you're saying 50 years that
50 to 60 years ago.
Leader,
and the only suffering blacks have done is from their single mother.
Are you serious? The only suffering
within the last 60 years.
Sir, you are aware of Mr. Lynch, right? Bill Lynch. Am I right? Who taught the slave owners how to break a nigger and so on and so forth. Those things impacted blacks from generations and generations. You're talking about suffering. Our black babies was thought to be nothing more than the blood of the black babies was sold to make the white man's crops grow healthy. Are you serious? We didn't suffer.
They are making a fool out of you.
You know what? You're sitting there and you're using the opportunity and the platform that you have to create more hate. Yes, you can hang up on me at any time because you are the worst thing that we could ever have as a leader. Someone representing black people. You're bringing more division. You're bringing more division and hatred than ever. And with that, I say, you know what? I hope you sleep well at night.
Anita,
because what you're
there's no such thing as a Willie Lynch letter.
More anger. You need to go get some more formal education before you get on TV and open your mouth as illiterate as you are, because I am a college graduate, and I know damn well if I was on the platform and had the opportunity as you, I wouldn't cause hatred amongst blacks and whites. I would try to bring together unity, and that's not what you're doing. You're talking about we didn't suffer. Black people suffered, and we're still suffering because
you suffered at the hands of your mother.
My mother was a great woman.
No, she wasn't.
Excuse you?
No, your mother was
you're
not.
You're trying to bring some anger about right now because you obviously have some mental health issues.
Your mother was held to pay, and you become just like her.
You can have a good day, because I was going to say some very bad words and kiss my black ass.
Oh, yeah, I told you. You cannot be cursing our air. You know something? Anita became just like her mother. She done cursed at me and ran. She hung up on me. See, folks, I know what I'm doing here. This is not about racism. This is coming out of the single-parent homes, and even those homes where black fathers are not in control. She said, kiss my black A. That's where it's coming from. It has nothing to do with white racism, because it doesn't exist. It is spiritual, and it's straight out of the single-parent home, folks. And the parents where fathers are not good men. They're not the head of the wives. They're not bringing love and order into the family. I'm telling you. She says, kiss my black A. I don't know when the last time someone told me that. Oh, she lost it. And she's educated. I'm the dummy, and she's educated, and she's telling me to kiss her black A and running. Wanting to blame someone else. There's nothing more disgusting and weak and pathetic to hear adults blaming someone else for their lack of. It's ridiculous, and especially with men. Especially with men. And all you hear from black men today is white man, the white man. What kind of man going to blame another man saying that another man can hold you down?
Jesse Lee Peterson's argument focuses on the long-term emotional and social effects of family structure, particularly the rise of single-parent households. His position is that much of the visible anger and frustration seen in certain communities isn't the result of external enemies or abstract societal villains, but rather the cumulative stress that develops when families lack stable parental balance over time. From this perspective, growing up in a single-parent household, especially one where one parent is forced to carry the full financial, emotional, and disciplinary burden, can place sustained pressure on both the parent and the children. Parenting under constant stress often leads to anxiety, emotional exhaustion, and frustration, which can unintentionally shape household dynamics. Over time, those pressures may manifest as anger, resentment, or emotional volatility, not because anyone wants to feel that way, but because the situation itself is difficult to sustain. This stress doesn't remain isolated to one generation. Children tend to absorb the emotional environment they grow up in. If conflict, instability, or chronic stress are present in the home, those patterns often become normalized. As a result, children may repeat the same behaviors and emotional responses in adulthood, not out of intent, but because it's what they've learned. In that sense, family instability can create a cycle that reinforces itself across generations. The argument here is not about assigning blame to individuals, but about recognizing patterns. Household environment has a greater influence on child development than politics, media, or social narratives. When homes are consistently tense or unstable, the psychological effects can compound over time, leading to broader social consequences. Jesse Lee Peterson frames this as a cultural issue that has gradually intensified rather than an isolated phenomenon. From his viewpoint, modern ideological movements, particularly those that downplay the importance of two-parent households, may unintentionally contribute to these outcomes. Whether one agrees or disagrees, the underlying question he raises is about sustainability. If current trends continue unchanged, will future generations experience improvement or further decline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on Jesse Lee Peterson's analysis and whether you think family structure plays a central role in long-term social outcomes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.